I'm going to take a sabbatical from this channel. I don't know what the word means, no, I know it fits the explanation. No. I have things to attend to myself. Correction. I'm having my teeth removed, my rotten teeth removed in a fortnight, and then it'll take a fortnight for that to fully heal. Well, it won't take a fortnight to fully heal, but that 4 weeks will give me time to understand the realizations, or realise the realizations, or realise that they are not realizations, in that the I, will, self differences. I need to deal with my polarity inherent in I'm saying one thing, doing another. That's polarity, that. As well as not living the words that I am speaking, although without getting a full understanding of words. And who knows, maybe I am. Polarity is inherent in the words. Words don't mean anything, though. They mean things. Words are innocent. And with that, in fact, I'm with the whole thing that Lindsay's put forward to me about it's the user, not the words, it's the user. But I mean, that suggests that I can call her any name that she might, well, I don't know, I'm not willing to test it, because I mean, what does that say if I'm going to then walk in and start using words that might trigger reaction? I'm not interested. She's very capable of processing herself, that's obvious, so she doesn't need me to walk in using words to test her. In fact, I don't doubt she's right, actually. I'm not saying it from that perspective. Waking up, awakening, and awakening has been occurring for a long time for me. A very long time. You know, I try tracing back where I started on this path. It's not a path. There is no middle road, there is no road at all. There is no middle path, there is no path at all. There is only life. I try tracing back my start points often, and I find many 1990, early 80s, late 70s, early 70s. I always get back to my birth. Started when I came out of my mother's vagina. I don't believe I was a caesarean birth. So it started when I came out of my mother's vagina, and then that, you know, I have one of them occult technicians that have inquired into karma and reincarnation. And obviously the personality hasn't reincarnated, though that's who I am actually, though I'm finding that I possibly am only will, also known as I am not myself. And then there's the God things. You know, I'm unable to say there are no gods, though the gods that I know, I don't worship them. They don't want my they don't want worshipping. They want me. They don't want me specifically. They want, I don't think they fucking want anything in actuality, but if in the human God relationship, They've said to me, sort it out yourselves. Aren't you capable of dealing with your own physical reality? Why are you coming into our etherical one? I mean, yeah, right. Go into the etherical one. And then what is it? It's all mind projection anyway, so where did the idea of gods come from in the first fucking place? And then on the fucking street level, cops and criminals wanting to be cops and criminals, and that's what's controlling the fucking mood here in this town. Though it isn't prevalent. I've been in other towns, it's just workmen that. I've been in other towns, the Queen's coming, they're painting the walls and putting scaffolding up and cleaning the car park and leaving it worse than when it started. That's the British workman that. You'll come and clean the car park and it'll be worse than when it started. And they come and put something in on the stairs and just left all this shit behind. I mean, what the fuck, I'm not interested. If it were mine, I would be, because if it were mine I'd be paying them, and if they had left this shit behind they wouldn't be getting paid. Where was I? Gods. Yeah, gods. Where did the word God come from? The idea that I mean, this, where I'm at with it anyway, is oneness covers it's a word and it fits in that God is everywhere. If I had to say it, God is everywhere, God is in everything. Oneness. It is not an individual thing as such. And then, you know, you could talk about it. Professor Anton could probably talk for fucking 25 minutes about it, using words he's making up and words I've never heard of, and love it. Personally, I like his videos. I utilise them. I find I can find reactions within me that I am able to forgive myself for, and he's researching communication and language, obviously. I just can't imagine having so much, what is it you call it? I'm being critical now, aren't I? I'm not being critical, that's not criticism. It's observation. It might have sounded critical. Forgive myself that I have allowed myself to express my observations in a manner that can be perceived as criticism. And that told me that I wasn't being critical, though very slightly, perhaps. I still haven't worked out my self-forgiveness, I don't know what you'd call it. Suppose it's a reaction in some ways. Got to stop smoking, because that tells me I've got to stop smoking. That's going into my bloodstream, that black stuff. For anyone who hasn't seen them before, that's what they look like before you start. Although I smoked 3 or 4, maybe 5 cigarettes in that one. manipulative. No. One would say that looks bad, but no, it's beneficial for me to explain it well. I'm not putting a medical paper in to put forward a fucking cure for this and that and the other. I know. Sabbatical. So I'm having a sabbatical before someone starts claiming the ball's theirs and they're taking it in because it's mine. My ball's my ball. You can keep yours and fucking bounce it against the wall. I do that as well. I play games with my ball, bounce it against the wall, catch it. It's always best catching it. If you don't catch it, you have to pick it up. And this is obviously a reflection of myself. I understand that much. And I should be back in 4 weeks maybe. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to make unnecessary vlogs. Fall and ice, you say? Yeah, I can relate to that. I can also relate to the solution. I can also relate to several other aspects of that perspective, is it? Given that perspective, that what was given that included such words explanatorily. Thank you. It is enjoyable, actually, life. You know, I could tell you more. I could tell you about being on the floor, imagining myself in the gutter, and still enjoying myself. I can't say I enjoyed imagining myself being in the gutter because that would be a little bit oxymoronic. I have no idea what that word means. Yeah, I haven't. Anybody seeing criticism, please look into yourselves. Well, please yourselves, though. I mean, I'm justifying myself now, aren't I? So there must have been some. I was being a little critical. So that means I'm being hypocritical. Which is what self-honesty is about, folks. It's great. Join them if you dare. Though, careful when you join the dots, because if you get a picture that's all skewed if you don't join them up correctly, and that's a fact. In it.